the stone. Close to Drumlin. Kind of between. Gotta get to Diamond City. Scavenger mod. Maybe something a little calmer. I don't know. A little bit of FPS drop. Oh. I've yet to put. The less I can consult my Pip-Boy, the better. Okay, we're very low on HP. Had some bad run-ins with ghouls. This is immersive gameplay. Fantastic mod. I encourage people to try it, for sure. Give it a chance. It does a lot of things. It changes perks across the board for a focus. Taking it away from the gamey elements, and instead changing it to be about accuracy and more realistic increases like that, instead of increasing damage. So there's definitely some interesting additions. Sorry, there might be some noise in the background at the moment. My cat is currently using his box. So, he can make some racket, that's for sure. Hopefully it won't be too obvious over my mic.
What was that? Hey!
Oh, okay. Probably should have saved before that. That's okay, I killed a lot of time actually. Before I started the stream I was getting a tea ready, so probably for the best to do a reload. Yep, he's just going away. It's not too bad. We're a little ways away from where we were, but it's not too bad. I do want to save off and on my way to DC though, just because you can die so easily with ghouls of the Commonwealth. Puts ghouls everywhere. Oh, this sounds so much more suited to Nuka World. Also makes me want to switch characters. Now, hopefully it's still recording. It told me that my broadcast was interrupted. And in the last stream, and most of the streams I've attempted, that's sometimes given me some problems in the past where it'll cut snippets of the video out. So if it ever seems like I've stopped my train of thought mid-sentence, it's because it's cutting out, unfortunately. There's not much I can do about that, it seems. Apparently it's a pretty common experience when you're broadcasting straight to YouTube. It tends to cut little bits out every now and again. Uh-oh. Now the dog's fine. He doesn't get hurt in the same sense that a normal companion does. Where am I getting shot from? Right from the bridge. Shit. Don't got a lot of health to spare. Surprised it's not doing more damage. See, the ghoul always one-shots you, but you can take bullets like crazy, which I think is kind of silly. Definitely doesn't do enough damage in comparison to the ghouls. I think if the ghouls are just lowered, maybe. I don't know. Ghouls are the whole reason I had so little HP to begin with. And I've got no healing items. I've used a med pack right before the save in the house that I started in. So I don't have anything else. I'm just waiting for it to heal that tiny bit. Piper actually follows, this will go well, but I doubt it.
Stop right there.
They never listen. Too low level. I like to play a game, and if I can get one of them to be pacified, I'll explain what that is. Fun little game for role-playing, I think. Oh fuck, I always forget about that turret. Okay, well that's just another obstacle of the mini. Immersive gameplay is kind of like a puzzle, at least with the load order that I have. There's a lot of enemies everywhere. And my cat's playing in the background, going crazy. It's like Scooby-Doo with the wind-up legs, you know. I'll get the music back up again. I just turned it down for that crazy carnival song. It was a little irritating, I won't lie. Now there should be a ghoul that'll show up and attack these if things play out the same way, you know. They don't always. I don't know if that was a stag or a yaoguai. Probably the stag. I love how they sit. They're so funny. To run off. They all tend to run off. It's not like it's a trait exclusive to her, unfortunately. Alright, this is probably a pretty good place to save. Gotta do it often. You know, I'm surprised I didn't crash during my last stream. Hopefully it's gonna stop crashing. I don't know. I tend to crash a lot. This is a pretty good area. Maybe once I get to DC and kind of get to like the good neighbor area, that place is bad for FPS. See, good thing I saved. I miss quick saves though. It sucks in survival only having 3 save slots. Especially if you're going to be saving often like this. My worst fear is I'll get into like a long playthrough and there'll be some kind of glitch that'll occur or some kind of conflict and I won't realize it till way down the line. And I'll have used up all my save slots in a single dungeon and won't be able to exit or something stupid like that, you know. It's definitely a fear I have. That's why I haven't committed to a long playthrough. I've got 4 test characters going. He doesn't even see us, nice.
What was that?
See, she's stupid, man. She wants to shoot. Oh yeah, see, if we play the stealth game, it's fine.
Over there.
Oh, fuck, come on, Piper, don't be dumb. Sometimes it's better to have her run to you, just to get her further away so she won't engage, I find.
That's it.
Oh fuck, come on. This
Get
is why I
into
have
this
the
over
whistle.
here.
Gray mod by Invoker Gray. Wish he'd make an all-in-one so I could have the DLC as well. That's why I've avoided speaking to Gage and Longfellow. But it is a great mod. Definitely helps. We got another ghoul up ahead. There's plenty of ghouls. 2 ghouls. There's probably another around the corner. It wouldn't surprise me. Something's caught their attention. Could be me though. I've noticed sometimes they'll not see you right away. They've heard something, so they'll start looking behind themselves, even if it's you that's triggered it. It's a lot easier to sneak up this way, up to Sanctuary where I came, during the night. Trying to sneak back to DC during the day is difficult. Oh, fuck. See, That's what I mean, they gotta stay closer. The only mod I think that makes them stay closer to you is Geek's Tweaks, but that mod also stops power armor from doing anything, or sorry, it stops power armor from draining your fusion core. It's supposed to just make it slower, but it doesn't work. And the mod author hasn't responded to all the people complaining about it for like a year, so nothing's gonna happen. It does a lot of cool things. It also increases the duration that blood will spew from a head, like a headshot, or if you're whacking them with a machete or something. That's a cool mod. It keeps blood on the ground longer as well. Possibly longer than Fulgore's new settings, which I also use. Okay, do I have anything to slow down time? Normally I'm not into doing that, but I just kind of want to get to DC with this test character. Got bubblegum. Just to the side of his head. Oh my god, I'm gonna die with bubblegum. I'm bad, I'll admit. But I'm trying to get good. Oh fuck, I hit the dog. See, I do that a lot. I said that in the last video. I always hit my allies, so it's good that he doesn't need stim packs. Something catches my eye, you know, I'd be terrible in an actual combat setting. I'd be shooting friendlies all day. Or getting whacked. It's a lot harder than I was expecting it to be for some reason. This is my lowest level character though, that's part of it. And I haven't upgraded my guns in the slightest, or gotten the perks to help shoot. So, I'm a terrible shot, left to his own devices, not really a great recipe. I guess I never favorited bubblegum. I do have a stealth boy, but I can't use it, because that's an ingredient to make the fusion core maker from the Atomic Scavenger mod. It's a brand new mod that I really recommend. I mean, I requested it after all, so it'd be a little ridiculous if I didn't recommend it. And during my actual playthrough, I'm not using bubblegum at all. At least I'm planning on not doing it. So I'm gonna have to get real good. Fuck, come on, don't. See, one hit from a ghoul kills you. It's kind of ridiculous, I find. I really wish they could swarm you and just deal smaller amounts of damage. Still kill you normally, because they combo you and stuff like that. They'll hit you multiple times. Especially if you get multiple of them on you. You're dead. But it would at least let you survive in little situations like that, you know. I love their HP though. Said that in the other stream. Their HP is great. They're kind of super animalistic in a way. They'll just charge at you forever. You have to like sever their motor functions or something. It's crazy. Like if you go for chest shots, it does so little. I'm just gonna start being less selective. I've been like really choosy, trying to preserve ammo, but I have so much. I'm not a good shot, so I really should be spraying. Piper might die. I'm trying to save her at my own expense. Trying to hit his legs. It's not working. See, the dot's not perfect on third person, so it's a little hard to aim. Sometimes I find it much easier than first person, though. But it's not perfect. You kind of have to go to the side of their head sometimes. Okay, I don't know how many trauma kits I got left. I better double check that before I get too reckless here. 3. Okay. We're definitely saving, taking advantage of the respite. I got tea to keep my voice good. It's pretty late in the evening here, so, you know, the throat's going a bit. Yeah, there's always some shit going on down there, isn't there? It's ArcJet, if I'm not mistaken. Don't plan to head there, there's a lot of ghouls in that parking lot. Do I have anything to heal? No. Still nothing. I'm like Sigurd. Guys onto us. I'm getting used to the see-through scopes mod. I had it uninstalled for a long time there because I didn't have space for it really. I've still only got the base game installed, but I might install the other two. I'm sitting at 95 mods, so it's a little tricky because if anything new comes out, I'll have to delete things if I incorporate something like that that takes up more slots. So I wish there was more all-in-ones on PS4. That's so important, unfortunately. I know it's a pain in the ass for authors, though. That's the bigger restriction, in my opinion, more so than external assets. You know, there's a lot of great mods on PS4, but they just don't do enough to warrant taking up a slot. Each slot becomes precious, even though it sounds like a lot. Place isn't too bad. Grey Garden's a little scary, but there is sort of a route you can take that will get you through mostly unscathed. Sometimes you gotta sprint across the bridge, though. Do another save. Hopefully I don't get the save bug. If I ever do during a stream, I'll probably just keep playing until it ends, but none of that would save. And it'll kick me out if I try to repair it and kill the broadcast, so hopefully that doesn't happen. It does happen to me, though. All my saves are afflicted with it. Hoping to clean up. I don't know. I'm hoping I won't have to do a hardware wipe or uninstall the game or anything like that. But I do plan to kind of clean it up for a proper playthrough. So hopefully there won't be any conflicts. Hopefully it'll all run smoothly. Hopefully Piper will follow.
Head over there.
No, she's already down. Yeah, they can't do running. You have to babysit for sure. And I mean, I'm in no position to babysit. It's not like I'm that great of a shot, you know. I mean, I have my moments, but that's bubblegum assisted. I like that the dog's really weak. It's mainly there as just a cool thing to have. they do that in vanilla? I've noticed with IG that they'll run away from you. It's kind of interesting. Maybe sometimes it's strange that you can intimidate them like that. Okay, here comes this guy. Seems to be in slow-mo. Sometimes the bubblegum is a little odd. I don't really know how it works. I don't want to hit the dog, even though it doesn't matter, but I don't want to hit him. There we go. Apparently something still sees us, though. Not sure what. Oh. That would be it. Goodbye. See, if they're standing still, I can do it. It's just when they start twitching their heads. I mean, I love that they do it. I love their animations, especially the one where they get low to the ground. That's why I refuse to use zombie walkers, because it gets rid of it on PS4. I love that move. It's so creepy. Oh, he's gone up. I didn't know they could even do that shit. Sometimes I use that as like an escape route, but it might not work on all the ghouls. I want to get it safe before I get Piper up, or she's just going to go down again. I don't have enough trauma kits to afford that. I'm surprised that hit. I really didn't think it would. It's one of those moments where I pulled the trigger a little too soon, even though I didn't. It was just instinct, I guess. Where is she? Oh. You can fucking see her. She's like blending in. Half buried in snow. Why can't I stimpack her?
As you were.
Got 3 trauma kits. Oh, okay. I think I had the whistle up, and maybe it interfered.
Hey, point the way.
Sometimes the whistle does weird shit like this, I've noticed. So if you do get it for PS4, be mindful of this. When you're using it, sometimes it'll kind of treat it like they've been told to stay. I don't know why, I don't know what causes it, I'm still trying to explore that. And Invoker Gray isn't exactly the best with communication, I'll be honest, so I'm trying to sort of research it so that I can put a comment together to make it a little more easy to understand.
Come on.
That's a plan.
One thing I've noticed, though, if you need to reset them and they're not really working out, try talking to them and exiting. That'll sometimes fix it. All my body's got collision for the corpses, so I have to be mindful of that as well. Sometimes it's harder in third person to get around objects and little things on the ground, but sometimes it's easier. So I'll be switching back and forth, I think, even during the proper survival playthrough. This is all just shenanigans. Shenanigans / testing, I shouldn't undermine it. It is testing and research of various mods and how they interact. Again, I didn't expect to get that. I thought I was a little too far. Now, I think that's normally a dog. It's normally a mongrel. But zombie walker's replacement, which I use the super mutant and the creature one. Probably turn the dog into that ghoul. Sometimes shit goes down at Oberland, so maybe I should save. Just to avoid all the constant loading screens, too. I try not to die, especially on stream, just because I know that if I was watching it, that would kind of drive me nuts, you know. Last thing I wanted to be doing is, like, yelling at it, like, hey, buddy, notice the fucking thing in the corner of the screen that's shooting you, and the dude's just not paying attention. I don't want to be that guy. Seems safe. seems fine. Guess I'll get a quick drink instead of using my own water. 3 rads. Okay, 6 rads. Not bad.
Hey.
Oh, I spoke too soon. What's going down? Raiders, probably. Survivor. Could have shot her, but you don't get a lot of easy encounters in IG, so I try to take advantage of the few that you do for fun, doing all the cool shit that you wish you could do the rest of the time. I was about to say that I shouldn't be sneaking all the time because that's not how I like to play, but apparently it's a good thing. I think it's, yeah, ghouls down there. Oh, they got a, yeah, they killed a rad stag albino. Sad. I miss having binoculars, man. That's another thing. Bethesda just hates Obsidian. They don't want to admit that Obsidian made a better game. So they're not implementing anything that Fallout New Vegas did besides aim down sights. Binoculars are so good, such a staple, such an easy thing that they could have made too, you know. Probably charge it as a creation club. Pay $5 for fucking binoculars. Worst part is a lot of people would do it. Worst part is I kinda did. Got the backpacks, unfortunately I kind of feel like an asshole, but they do look cool. Sorry, I'm slurping on tea. I don't bother muting my mic, so hopefully it's not coming through easily. There's always a lot of shit that goes down here. On my last stream I was talking about sometimes things don't load in my game, like if I come out of an interior space into the world. Well, I came out of the subway that's just down there on another character recently, and this whole area, everything was, I guess, either missing or invisible, so it was just barren. It was fucking weird. Hopefully nothing like that will happen on stream, but occasionally it seems like it will. I think it'd be really cool if you could replace ravens with iBots. That'd be a really cool mod. I don't know if that's possible, though. I hear that they're critters, not creatures that are spawned through level lists, so they kind of have their own thing going on. So that might make it impossible. There's probably a lot more than just one ghoul. Good try at first person this time. We'll get the tunes cranked a little bit. The song's called Trust Yourself. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to, aren't I? Mac Quayle. Great composer. This is my go-to Fallout music, is his Mr. Alright. Nope. Looked like a headshot to me.
Hey, something's out there. We're not alone.
It'd be good if I could sleight of hand. I'm pretty sure that's the one that lets you reload faster. I never thought that I needed it until recently. IG definitely makes you play differently and think differently. I've never actually beat this game either. I played it since launch, of course, and I've played it pretty consistently the whole time. But I've never stuck with one character for that long. I'm hoping to finally do it with IG. That'll be for my main playthrough. Okay. Going much better already. Actually, I should stay hidden.
Psst, just let me
Here.
know. Yep,
Over there.
of course. Anything else?
Well, how she says, like, of course. As if she doesn't go, like, trailing off all the time and doing dumb shit, you know? I'm that desperate that I'm saving after every enemy. And this is what I mean. This is why it would be a problem. It is a problem on survival. You know, you got 3 slots, and you gotta save so often because everything one-shots you. I mean, I'm at no HP, but I promise you, even at full HP for my character, I'm getting one-shotted by these things. 2-shotted at the very best. I gotta find a way to heal. Diamond City is the answer. I could use a trauma kit. It doesn't heal very much, I don't think. It's like 10%. But even if it did, you know, I've got so little. Trying to get Piper to DC is going to be pretty difficult. I guess I could just let her die. I mean, she's still set to public occurrences, thankfully. So she could meet me in DC, I suppose. But I think you lose a tiny bit of affinity every time that they leave you. OIC 2TP, the mod author that made realistic relationships for me. Me and him have kind of been discussing all that, trying to figure it out. And that's what we've been saying. So that it definitely seems like you lose some. And with realistic relationships, what it does, it doesn't change the negative affinity that you receive much. I think it's a slight tweak, but the positive affinity, so the likes and the loves, are far less than they are usually. So you need to really work at it to get them to actually bond. So Piper still, if I talk to her about relationships, so I can showcase this mod real quick, if it'll work.
Is everything all right between us, Piper?
Look, you don't need to worry. We're fine.
See, like, she's not too impressed. And we've been traveling for a while. Now, before I got realistic relationships, before OIC 2TP made that mod, I would travel like a single day with my time scale, and I would already have them maxed for affinity, so this is a much better improvement. It's still in the work in progress section, though. He keeps asking me if it's ready to go public, and I say, yeah, probably, but he never makes it public. Man, they're all coming from everywhere. They must have heard the gunshot. Alright, I'm gonna have to just kind of slow down or VATS or something. I'm tired of these little bottleneck saves. Saves at bad times. That plagued the last stream the whole time. My other countries are kind of interesting. I'm not a big fan of them. If they were smaller, I'd be into them. And that's how I feel about a lot of the mutant stuff. I just find that the giant enemies are kind of lame. But if they were all like half the size, like if you had dog-sized rad scorpions running at you, that'd be pretty cool. I'd be into that. Alright, where are these guys gonna come from? 'Cause they always show up. Oh, that's why. Yeah, the sanctuary residents are hard as shit, I find. Maybe they're exactly the same as regular ghouls, I don't know. But they seem hard as shit to me every time I encounter them. I guess they go down easy enough. Aw, come on, fuck. I'm gonna have to get some distance. Piper's gonna go down for sure. I don't know how I'm gonna approach it on the actual playthrough. Part of me thinks that I'll be stockpiling a lot of trauma kits before I start using companions. I try not to use them on myself at all because they're so important for reviving them because these dumbasses go down all the time. And I like to play with companions. It's more interesting, I find, even if they are retarded. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. This stream. One shot? How? Did it maybe miss but hit his head instead? Oh man. If I'm missing that much, this ain't gonna go well. Actually, that guy's gonna go down for a sec, so let's get this guy. I didn't want to jump, come on. Gotta play smarter with that critical. Stop it as soon as I get it so I can rack it up faster. It's the get good mentality. We got one of the best songs going for it. Python. 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 I had a mod when I first started getting them that put a Mirelurk Queen here. I think it was called More Spawns. And that was in the work in progress section, and I'm pretty sure it got removed with the huge sweep that they did. They cleaned out almost everything. I'm surprised things like Dunwich, the Dunwich mod, I forget the exact name, I have it too, which is sad. I'm not sure if they put it on the map. No, you gotta find it. Dunwich Builders, I think it is. That might be the name of the mod author. Same guy that made Remote Cabin. That's a great mod. I've got it removed at the moment, but I used it for a while. Actually, nah, I'm not gonna use it on this guy. That would have been a kill too. I shouldn't have hit that. You can always tell because it'll zoom in on your character. Yeah, see, I wanted to save it for a guy like this with full HP. Uh-oh. Might want to get another one going if we're gonna have to fight someone with a rocket launcher. Got some snowfall. Piper's lagging behind. Everything's normal. Except this. This is Snipers of the Commonwealth, or Commonwealth Snipers, something like that, by Fulgore 277. Great mod. Can't recommend it enough. That's pretty loud. That's because of the ambiance and reverb overhaul. I haven't found the best way to get it tweaked to not be super loud in interiors and things like that. Uh-oh. That iBot's going down. See, there could be tons of iBots if ravens were made into them. Oh my god. Oh, I got him. Oh, fuck. Come on. Yeah, even right outside of DC is a hellhole. As long as you got fresh spawns, for sure. Every 2 days with Fulgore's new settings, I think is the one that does that. Yeah. It's also by Fulgore 277. He's made some great mods, with immersive gameplay, so I don't use it. But sounds like it does some really cool things, as well as adding new enemies, which I'm definitely into. At least if they're brand new spawns, not just additions to the current spawn points. That's not quite as interesting, of course. because then you don't have as many enemies in total as you would if they're hand-placed like his other mods, but they probably are hand-placed knowing him. Fortunately, when he started working on his big overhaul mod, there was a focus shift to that, and he hasn't really focused on much else. So, kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. I hope he's doing well with this mod, of course. And I'm sure it's really fun. I've been tempted to try it, but I'm too invested in immersive gameplay to do something like that. I'm kind of trying to ride it out. As long as Eras doesn't do anything that I disagree with too much, you know. If something crazy happens, I might switch, but as it is right now, immersive gameplay is where I intend to stay. They can sneak right by them, I've noticed. These guys are crazy. I don't know how they do it. Tried using them to help in the past, and it's not very easy. You gotta basically try to get the ghoul on them, which sort of makes you the bad guy, doesn't it? But that's okay. The character I'll be playing for my survival playthrough isn't exactly a good person. I mean, they sort of are, in a twisted, psychopathic sort of way, you know. Forced positivity and all that kind of stuff. Where, if any member of a settlement isn't happy, well, maybe you bring out the baseball bat and you question why that is. It's gonna be an interesting playthrough. Dog is getting hurt. Is that a death claw? Sounded like it might have been. Either that or like a Yao Guai. Maybe a mutant hound. I don't see a lot of those though. They usually get replaced by ghouls. I usually try to score cool kind of Polaroid save moments, but Piper tends to make that difficult. Anytime that it takes a while to complete the autosave, I worry that it's gonna give me the save bug. Good stuff, Gunner Conscript. Every time I find a gunner and I loot it, I think about the night vision mod, Weather Redux. I had it for the longest time because I was hoping to score one of those combat helmet Mark IIs that have the lamp light up. But I never found one across 4 characters in a good few months of trying, so I decided to uninstall it because I didn't really care for the night vision. This looks like it could have been done by a Deathclaw. Hopefully it's dead. If ghouls get the Deathclaws, they murder them even. You know, they're kind of insane. Uh-oh. That dude had a minigun.
Target located.
This is the FW Traders mod. Fantastic mod. Fortunately, it got wiped. It was in the work in progress section. I currently have it in my file as just the actual file name, not the proper name of the mod, with like a .esp or something like that. So if I ever have to reinstall, I'll lose that, and I'll never have this mod again. Shit. Oh my god, I missed her too. If the dog can hold it down, I'll be good. Oh, now, yeah, that was a good time to help Catcher. Holy. This is Catcher, if you're brand new to IG. He's an addition that Era's added. I'm pretty sure it's from IG. I think he's pretty cool. I can't use some of the Diamond City mods that change the exterior, I think because of him, but it's still pretty cool. And at least it gives me an excuse to not have to worry about adding new things to my mod order. It's one of the few times I'm happy to have a conflict. I'm talking about Diamond City Defenses. It's kind of a cool mod, but it's not really necessary, I don't think. This character's been taking buff out the whole time to get through. I won't be doing stuff like that on my main playthrough, but this is all just tests, so I want to carry as much as I can. And actually, I'm going to need even more because I don't have the Fusion Core Maker. The whole point of getting to Diamond City was to get the Fusion Core Maker made, as well as have my power armor right there, so that it wouldn't weigh me down too much. Fusion Core Maker adds 40 weight. It's quite the investment. That's what I like about Atomic Scavenger, is a lot more balanced. Yes, you can craft fusion cores, but if you're gonna do it on the fly anywhere that you go, you gotta carry around this huge fucking device with you. So it sort of balances it out. Plus, the weight of all the fusion cores, 4 a pop, that's gonna add up right quick. I've got a mostly starless sky. That's strange for where I'm at. Don't know what's up with that. Okay. Where's Piper at? Oh, okay. Was she there? Am I crazy? I am listening to Mr. Robot.
Look, just leave me alone.
Okay.
Out of my way, Wasteland.
So our power armor's right here. I took the liberty of finally checking out this arguably stupid edition. I'm sorry, I'll be honest. I don't think anyone asked for this, and this isn't what we expected with the Creation Club. I just got it because it was free. It's a cool mod. It makes a neighing sound when you get into it. It's not very compatible with IG, just in the sense that, as you can see, the names are kind of really basic. It's not supposed to be like that, I imagine, but you can rename these, can't you? Pretty sure you can.
Always was a little jealous of
Oh,
folks
maybe you
who
can't.
craft something other than a paragraph.
Okay, I guess you can't rename them, but as long as you only have the one power armor, I guess it's not too bad. That does kind of
Nothing
suck.
to see here.
But that's the nature of Creation Club, you know, it's really poorly implemented in
Radiation
terms of
poisoning is a
compatibility.
common ailment, but we can cure just about anything.
That's lovely, I don't care. I need to buy a biometric
Military
scanner.
business only.
Oh, does anyone else with maybe a similar load order to me have this glitch happen where this dude ends up bald sometimes? He seems to switch between hair and being bald, and I haven't determined what causes it, if it's like a load order thing or if it's just random or to do with
Sell everything.
how
Do
things
everything.
actually
Except
load in the
sex.
game,
No
maybe.
sense allowed here.
If you aren't Brotherhood,
Myrna,
You. Well, I suppose we can do business.
sure. Let's take a look.
Here's what we got.
Okay, hopefully she's got a biometric scanner. Yes. It's expensive. Fuck. More expensive than it is on my other characters. These are still useful even after, because they give you both circuitry and nuclear material, both of which you use in the actual creation of the fusion cores. So we should have everything that we need now to actually make this. So this is showing off Atomic Scavenger at the moment.
We offer a wide variety of medical treatments.
Yeah, okay. So as you can see, Atomic Scavenger, great mod. So it puts the category right at the top, and it should be accessible. Actually, let's try this. It should be accessible from a cooking bench, but I haven't tried that yet. So let's make sure that it's working. And there it is. So the way it works, from either a cooking bench or a chem bench, so anywhere you can make the Fusion Core Maker. And it doesn't seem like a big deal. Why would you want this? 40 weight, what's the point? And you know, it's not exactly a cheap thing to make. 3 fusion cores you need in the beginning of the game if you're going to make this thing, which is kind of difficult to accumulate right from the start. as well as a biometric scanner and a stealth boy, both of which are also pretty rare. So you make this thing, and now you're over encumbered. Ta-da, that's the end of the mod. No, I'm joking. So the way it works is now you go back in, and now it's going to change. Now you can craft fusion cores, or, well, I can't, apparently, but once I have the right material, you can craft fusion cores. And depending on how many ranks you have of a nuclear physicist, the amount of nuclear material required goes down by 1. Now this might get tweaked with an update. Me and the author OIC2TP have been discussing that. And there's potentially going to be new alternative recipes as well, maybe using fusion cells to supplement 1 nuclear material, so maybe like 10 or 30 fusion cells, whatever the amount ends up being, would let you craft it with like 3 nuclear material for the base version, for example. So this mod might be expanding, might be doing some cool things. We'll see what happens. It's not really in my power to say for sure. So I guess we should go ahead right away, actually, and get in this. I don't think we'll have any fusion cores yet, but it should still help with the weight. Did it? Yes. Okay, so as you heard, it neighed. So right here in your miscellaneous is the fusion core maker. So you have to keep this thing with you, because I've tested it out. If you trade it to a companion, for example, like I did when I was testing it, and then you go back into your chem bench, the only option is to make a new fusion core maker. So you need to have the fusion core maker in your inventory. So either you leave it at a settlement and you go back to it anytime that you want to make fusion cores, and then you're playing a game where you have a certain number of fusion cores and you go into the world and then you have to come back. Or you keep it on you at all times, but now you're weighing yourself down. So it's an interesting dynamic. It does something different from most of the fusion core crafting mods out there. And that was all OIC2TP's idea with the fusion core maker. I was initially just going to have it be that you craft fusion cores. He made it much more interesting. I'm assuming it's a he. I'm not actually sure.
Shop in safety. No synths allowed at the surplus.
Back off, civilian.
You again. All right, got plenty of supplies.
I'll take a look. Sure.
Here's what we got.
So we gotta get circuitry, and we gotta get nuclear material. Oh, okay, actually, right quick, I gotta check something.
You say the word.
She might have some on her. I never thought about that. Yes. I had a feeling she had some stuff. Yeah, she's got some really good stuff, actually. Well, there we go. We don't even need to buy anything. We can craft right away with Piper's stash. Yeah, normally I don't go for Raider style power armors. I just wanted to test this thing out.
Let's get
Not
you
a big
examined
fan
right
of
away.
silly things, so
Time
I'm
is
kind
not
of
on the
biased
side
when
of
I'm
surgery.
saying bad things about it. It is a cool mod, it's well made. The quest could certainly be better, of course. It's kind of silly, but it's a good mod. Okay, looks like we're gonna get to make 2. It even makes a cool little rad noise. I don't know if you can hear that when you're making it. It sort of sounds like a Geiger counter.
Don't dally. If you're here to be examined, let's get you examined.
You know what? Maybe I will do that.
Yeah. See what's wrong with me, Doctor.
Go over your symptoms with me.
Took a few bad hits recently. Got knocked around.
Now this is going to be expensive. It said
Gonna need to
100
brace
caps.
those fractures.
I'm calling it
Buy some
150.
cream for the burns.
We're using
a set of stitches. Better get
IGHC.
to it.
Immersive gameplay hardcore. Oh, I was looking down when it happened. Hopefully it's good enough quality that I can actually see that on the stream.
there anything
I just
else
want you to
bothering
comment it and tell me how much it cost.
That was it.
All right. Don't ruin
I'm
my hard
I'm
work
assuming
by
it was
dying.
150. That's what it's been in the past.
Can do to lighten the load, or you know, if you need anything proofread.
Prescriptions.
Piper's so helpful.
High quality chem right here. The latest hairstyles from the upper stand.
Radiation poisoning is a common ailment, but we can cure just about anything.
Every time.
Can't talk while I'm on duty.
Yes, this is a frag warrior up close. So there's friendly ones. This is with the frag warrior work in progress mod that got removed, unfortunately. Really great mod. Maybe people could petition to have it uploaded again. I don't know.
Can't talk while I'm on
But
duty.
it initially added only these ally ones. But it also added frag warrior traders with a secondary update that came out. And they've got like a Joker smile thing going on, like a Chelsea grin. But just with like makeup. They're kind of creepy.
If you aren't Brotherhood, you're nothing.
And yeah, they use Brotherhood dialogue. Apparently the frag warriors, I like to think of them, because a lot of times they'll say like FW for various things. I like to think of them as first wave, so they're the Brotherhood's first wave scouting out before they arrive, and they haven't arrived in my game yet.
Don't walk outside the wall undefended.
Maybe I should. That could be interesting. I don't know, I got some quests here. If there's one you want me to do, let me know. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. I mean, it's gonna be really easy with power armor, though. Jack Habit could be interesting. Part of me wants to do the Freedom Trail. I've been meaning to test out. There's a mod that makes Deacon an old man. His voice, I don't know if that would fit, but part of me wants to try it. So I think I'll work on getting there, and then when I stop the stream, I guess I'll download that mod, and then tomorrow if I stream again, I'll show it off.
High quality protection for sale.
Okay. I don't think there's anything else I need to buy. I guess I could use some more Tronic. Yeah. Let's see if Dr. Sun's got anything.
Don't dally. If you're here to be examined,
Could use some supplies, actually.
let's see what I can spare.
Nice over-the-shoulder angle. That's Oscar-worthy. Oh, I found this out recently. I didn't know that he carried this. Fucking fantastic way to get it early. You don't got shit. I guess I got better luck with Murrah. As much as I don't like talking to crazy people.
Everything you need.
Crazy people tend
And we
to
sell
not
just about
want
everything,
to
but
congregate. They
none
like
of
to
it.
stick to themselves.
Let's see what you got.
Here's what we got.
Nope, she don't got shit. I might have purchased from her already, though. I got 4 characters going, so I'm a little hazy on the details in terms of specifics. It's possible I did within the last, like, 48 hours. Oh, this is something weird I gotta point out, I guess. Someone else commented on the ZKG I Hate Bramble plus Shrubs mod page, talking about this. I never noticed it until recently, but it's happened to me a few times now. Sometimes it goes away. But that seems to be all the different bushes, all the different bramble huddled together into some kind of crazy Lovecraftian monster entering from the sky. This is the only place I've noticed this happening. As much as I love the mod, it does do this. It's not something that's going to make me get rid of it, to be honest. It makes the world look so much more like a nuclear winter. There's no way I could delete it just for something stupid like that, but it is kind of odd. Punishment. That's the name of the track. I'm not sure what I did to deserve such a long loading screen, but I guess this is my punishment. Such a dirty sounding song, I love it. It's great for when you're like going head to head with a raider or something like that. That's not spawning in the right spot. It's supposed to be right over here. You notice the turrets do that sometimes. I'm not sure what causes it. It's one of the many mysteries of modding. Ooh, get 2 bangers in a row. Demons Never Stop. I think that's the name. Yes. I don't know why I need to check it. It's like my favorite song on the soundtrack. I just didn't want to get it wrong. Or it could be Demons Never Stop, the way that it's spelled. I think it's a tech term. I'm not much of a tech guy, so I don't know that kind of shit. Oh, fuck. Hey, at least he's attacking me. I don't mind that.
Guess we showed them.
It's hype. Uh-oh. What the hell is that? This is Shank's Interiors mod. It adds a few things surrounding Diamond City. It's supposed to be, I think, 2 or 3 new ones coming. So I've kept the mod installed for that reason. I'm hoping that it'll update at that point. It'll kind of be like worthy of a slot, if you get what I mean. As bad as it is that I say that, but you know, with the 100 limit, you gotta be really picky and choosy, unfortunately. I don't even use Stumble Upon Interiors, because it just doesn't do enough. It adds 7 locations, you know, and they're not really that big. I'm not trying to downplay the mod, it's great, and if it wasn't for the 100 mod limit, I would have it in an instant. But unfortunately, you gotta be careful. Try not to get that mod load order maxed out, you know. Careful wasn't a good word to use, you know what I mean. There's always something going on down here. There's probably something going on right now. Yeah. Oh, I got a mutant. I don't like mutants at all, so I'm just gonna ignore them.
Who's there?
Before you say it, you can sprint a little bit because of atomic scavenging. That's the whole point of the mod, is that you can finally sprint a little bit. You know what? I would have better luck without the gun. See? It's much easier. Is this,
Hi. Interested in doing some
okay,
trading?
this is from NPC traders.
You hear anything interesting lately? If you
As
haven't
if there's
stopped into
ever
Covenant
anything
yet,
to say.
you're missing out.
Really? So you say anything?
Anything else? Heard of the Brotherhood of Steel? Some
What?
kind of military outfit from down south.
Is it because I
Seems
just
like
usually
they
do
set
too much and
themselves
then
up in Cambridge.
I'm already aware
Not
of all
the
this
friendliest
shit?
types from what I hear. I'd give them a wide berth, just to be on the safe side. Now, did you want to trade
Wow,
at
they're
all?
actually giving me information. Holy shit.
Sure. Let's take a look.
I feel like I need to give her money now. It's not bad. Yeah, I'll give you money, bubblegum. Nice. She carries a biometric scanner. So there's a lot of places that you can get this. for Atomic Scavenger if you're struggling. One place that I went, because I did have a biometric scanner on this character before using it to craft something by accident, but I went to Milton General Hospital down south, scoured the whole building, and found one biometric scanner on the inside. And that was my idea. I'm like, if there's going to be a place that's going to have it, it's that hospital. So I went there and worked out. So you can definitely get crafty, get a little creative, and you'll be able to put together the resources to craft the fusion core maker in no time. Just a matter of keeping it all on you and not using it to craft something by accident because it's all stuck in junk. Honestly, I wish that she had a trauma kit. That's what I really wanted to get. So I guess maybe I can sell to her. She can take these. I don't really use these. I kind of view them like the cheap bullets in Metro. If you played that game, you know what I'm talking about. There's bullets that are pretty much only used for currency. Or maybe it's the other way around. I'll be honest, I haven't beaten them. I love them, and I own them. But it drains me. It's a very depressing game.
Oh, hey. One thing before I go. Ever seen that old sailing ship on top of the building in Charleston? Well, apparently some crazy robot has moved in and started building something in it. Nobody knows what it's up to. Maybe we'll cross paths again sometime.
Okay, if I had like a face cam going, I would have had my jaw dropped for all that. I have never heard them say shit. I don't know if that's NPC's travel that added that, or if that's just like a vanilla trader that I normally ignore. But that's really interesting. I've never had that happen. I wish it was like a guide or a resource that compiled every instance of something like that you could maybe miss, so that I could try to hit it all for that main playthrough to get as much roleplay and all that out as possible. And see, if I didn't have ZKG, I hate Bramble, then there'd be bushes everywhere and all that shit. It does a really good job of making it look more like a winter hellhole. I'm going to be saving again soon just because it can definitely slow down around here, and I don't want to have my game crash without a save at least. Should probably save in a place where these guys aren't going to see me though. There's usually some raiders right there, I believe.
Hey, something's out there.
Yeah, you don't worry about that, it's fine. A lot of saving, a lot more than I'd like to do, but you die so easily. I mean, I'm in power armor, but even my HP right now, you know, I'm gonna die pretty easily. If I had full HP, the power armor is really protective, though. Ghouls can still fuck you up, but they have to at least swarm you with power armor. I'm not using the low-tech patch, by the way, so that's partially why. I think if you are using the low-tech patch, you'll still die pretty easily to ghouls with power armor. Yeah, see, look at the FPS drops, holy. And this is a mild snow, or, yeah, it's only slightly snowing. If there was, like, max rain going on, and a blizzard and all that, I'd be having some trouble here. Oh, see, as soon as you stop sneaking, they find you. Uh-oh. My game might have crashed. Oh, it's trying. Oh my gosh, it's struggling. Maybe it'll pull through. I don't know. I'm watching the stream on my phone, so I'll see if it stops here. I might have to stop playing. It's just the struggle at PS4. I'm sure it happens on PC as well, but it definitely happens a lot on PS4. Alright, well. I think it's pretty safe to say it's not going to recover. So I'm going to have to crash the application, and that'll kill the broadcast. So thank you to the two that tuned in, and or the one that's here anyway. And you know, I'll be doing this more often, so whatever that means to you. Cool. Take care.